Hi guys, it's Greg from the Edit once again. To say thank you to all our listeners for all their support over the past year. 3 Pints and a Clean Sheet are offering you the chance to compete in our showdown, playing football quizzes like the category game and the transfer game against our cast and other podcast listeners. We're still finalising the format at the moment, but we will try to make it so everyone who signs up will get to play 2 games. We will publish all the videos at some point over the next few months, and if you sign up, you can use the link in the description of this video to do that right now. So sign up and you will get a chance to play the category game and the transfer game against some of us guys and some of your fellow listeners. On with the episode.
Hello and welcome back to episode 75 of 3 Pints and a Clean Sheet. How are you, Greg?
Yeah, I'm great. I've timed starting this episode really well for Kyle.
Oh, how rude. I was ready to start and then... Anyway, how are you, Kyle?
Good. Soaked, but good.
Once again, whilst I was drinking.
How are
The
you?
water. Yeah, I'm good. Enjoying that episode. Yeah, let's just get fired into it. Obviously, some big talking points in the Old Firm. What a spectacle, I would say. It was a great game to watch. What do you think, Greg? What's your initial thoughts?
I messaged, I messaged a friend of mine after a while to say, after about 20 minutes, to go, this game's been a really great advert for Scottish football so far, given the nature of the goal and how the game was going. And then after 90 minutes, I went, do you know what? That actually was a really good advert for Scottish football. The first 20 minutes, she thought it was going to be a game decided by a mistake and there's not going to be a lot of quality. End of the game, fantastic. Absolute everything you want in Scottish football, which is just chaos.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't enjoy the first 22 seconds, or 21 or whatever it was.
I openly laughed. It was quite funny.
I think I had head in hands in disbelief. I think that was quite possibly what my reaction could have been. I was trying to eradicate that out of my mind.
No, you just can't remember because you were pissed.
I wasn't pissed at that point.
I was working. I was going to wash up my tea break for self. I'll give myself 5 minutes just to get myself gathered up in that. I'll not miss anything. Bing, 1-0. Oh, so that was that.
Yeah, what was Tavernier thinking for that first goal?
My first initial reaction was why is Butler not coming out to that? But I think just mix up. Tabs just needs to either play it back for play the back pass or get it to back, basically.
But he eventually decides on that, but he decides on that far too late, and Midas gets his foot in.
Yeah, he literally kicks it off Maida's foot.
Yeah.
Which is like so typical Rangers start, to be honest.
Is that 16 or 18 assists for Tavernier this year now? I've seen that going about on Twitter. I enjoyed that one.
I didn't enjoy that, and you did either. Let's look at the result as a whole. What does that mean? I think some people are saying like 2 points dropped for Rangers, but when you think about it, coming from 2-0 down is pretty decent.
Who said 2 points dropped for Rangers?
I think
what game did they watch?
I know. I think I meant to say Celtic, but we'll move on anyway because I don't want you to have to
edit it. 2 points dropped for Celtic, massively.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Rangers, like you're a Rangers fan, Robert. Are you really, really happy with the point?
Considering that start, yes, I was, and considering the way the game was heading, I wasn't sure that goal was coming, and then Mr. Matondo steps up.
Ignore the game of 90 minutes as a whole. If you ignore that, are you happy with the point? In the bigger picture with the title, are you happy with the point? I think me and Kyle discussed this last week in your absence. That a point wasn't really satisfactory. Like a point, if you're Celtic, you're more happy with a point than you if you were Rangers before the game.
Yeah, because the majority of Celtic's games are now at home,
including the next Old Firm.
In that aspect, yeah, but to be honest, I was taking anything but a loss, to be honest.
That game in hand is important.
What it was.
That game in hand comes in.
Yeah, but you got to win it as well.
Yeah.
You do, but it's also Dundee, and that should be an easy win.
On a shocking pitch that probably might not even go ahead again.
It has to go ahead. There's literally no other option. It has to go ahead because the split is confirmed, and then you've got Scottish Cup semi-finals.
It's a muggle. multi-use grounds arena.
I'd rather use a mugger than that. You see that? It's an
To be fair, I've
absolute
seen the amount of sand
disgrace.
that's in it. It basically is a bloody mugger.
Same with Livy, there's just a mugger.
But yeah,
Theirs is just not relevant come the end of this season. It's fine. There could be another 2 Old Firms this season. Based on that one, I'm quite looking forward to the next 2.
Who?
well, could be a Scottish Cup.
No. Might not though.
You made me panic. You made me wonder who knocked Celtic out the Scottish Cup. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm very sure they're still in it in opposite semi-finals.
I forgot about the cup. But yeah, my bad.
So, and the big talking points are obviously the refereeing calls. So, Greg, we'll go to you first. What's your initial thoughts on all the controversy so far?
I think I said this to you at the time. I don't think much will be made of any of it after the game because I think by the current laws, they did it all properly. Like by the current the result, like the result of all the VAR intervention was probably correct as the current laws were written. I don't necessarily like it. I don't necessarily like the 2 penalties. I don't mind the foul. Like the foul I called as a foul straight away. The 2 penalties.
They weren't penalties.
The handball one is the most clear cut. The handball one, by the current handball law, is a penalty. I just don't like the current handball law, so there's nothing I can do about that. The Fabio Silva one, I said this to Robert, I think the problem is that Beaton books him for diving. I think if he doesn't book him for diving, I'm not sure VAR intervenes. But because he books him for diving, it is objectively wrong, and therefore it needs to be given as a penalty because there's no alternative.
It didn't look like he touched him.
But he does.
He definitely did.
That was a phone, so I mean.
Yeah, the question is just if he's going down before he gets touched. And again, people will tell you that that's not an excuse for it not to be penalty.
He was diving a lot in the game.
You can't. Bobby Madden made a good point. You can't rule out that just because he's dived earlier.
No, I'm not saying that, but
you can't. But that clearly influences the referee in that moment.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have a great view of it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's the same challenge that the goal got disallowed for as well. So
I'm not sure it's the same challenge. The goal one's really clear cut. The goal one's just the problem with the goal one is how the referee doesn't give it as a foul at the time because he does have a good view of that one and he is 2 yards away. I don't think we need to make a lot of the VAR controversy because I'm not sure it really is. I'm sure it's just VAR doing its job.
How dare it?
I know. How dare VAR actually work well once this season and come to a result that, based on the balance of the game, is probably right for both sides. Like, based on the balance of the game, a draw is probably fair. Celtic had the better the first half, Rangers had the better the second half.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Well, yes, Rangers looked League 2 in the first half.
Yeah.
It was an impressive second half performance from Rangers. I was quite pleased with, but I was quite raging after the first half, understandably. So
you have to be concerned about that first half. That first half is everything Rangers have done wrong in every Old Firm, which is kind of silly decisions that end up getting penalised by referees, thinking the handball, thinking the Balogun tackle earlier in the season. And just, again, similar to that game, there was nowhere near enough pressure on them. Celtic had time and space, and they didn't give Rangers any. Celtic looked like the team at home.
Every Old Firm's the same. They just bully Rangers, stretch them quickly, play against them, throw-ins, use the width, all that pish.
And given what Clement said in the build-up to the game about a good start being so important, 22 seconds, that must be his absolute worst nightmare.
Yeah, I think Celtic do play a lot more intensity when it comes to pressing, and like as I've always said, quick throw-ins, quick free kicks. We're not always switched on, but we did get our act together a bit in the second half, which was very much needed. But yeah, it was a concerning start.
If Rangers don't get the penalty, Rangers don't come back in that game.
Also, if Butland doesn't exist, they don't win the game. We'll get the point.
Yeah, but there was an excellent save from a header from, I can't actually remember who it was from at this point.
It was Riley.
That is exactly who it was from.
Somehow Tatty, I can't remember.
Gareth Southgate there watching Joe Hart. What do we think, boys? Has he got the Euros?
It was quite weird he was there, but so was 2 England goalkeepers.
Neither of whom are going to the Euros.
Well, we're harsh retiring after the season, so yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't think Butland will go based on that display. He made one really good save. That's, as you say, Robert, Like, he made one outstanding save, and he made a few other decent saves in the game. There are questions about him for the first goal, as you said.
Yeah, but the thing
It's
is,
more on Tavernier. There are questions. There's definitely, for me, question marks about the third goal.
yes, it's more of the defensive shove as a whole. I think it's just so stupid that we'd got the goal and then just absolutely switched off. It's textbook, to be honest.
But I don't think Butland. If Butland's only way to get to the Euros was to keep a clean sheet.
No, it's just never going to happen.
Injuries to the other keepers.
Possibly. I don't think we were in a realistic position for Jack Butland to, like. I know what you mean, Robert. I don't really get why he was there.
Big game, I guess.
I think he might have been just there to watch it. I don't necessarily think he was scouting.
I think most international managers who go places are always scouting.
Why was Giovanni Infantino in Livingston? Who was he scouting?
Oh, that's
Duke?
because they had. Was it not St Mirren? Was that?
Yeah, it was it. Sorry.
Because they had some sort of FIFA meeting. It was IFAB. It was IFAB in Glasgow, and he went to the nearest game, which happened to be St Mirren.
Oh, scouting Duke.
Yeah, St Mirren Aberdeen.
Just thought to try and be funny. Doesn't come naturally, I guess.
No.
I'll see you next week.
Oh, what a loss, Robert. Anyway,
well, that means he's conceded his appearance in the game this week. So congratulations.
That's correct.
To everybody.
Hey,
And the lights will fade, and I'll be back.
Undertaker coming back at WrestleMania. Spoilers if you haven't watched it yet.
Oh shit!
I have, don't worry.
That's the whole thing knackered. I've not.
Right. Well, yeah. So I think as a whole, it was just a good game. If you look,
It was.
I know people slag it off. A lot of English folks say they play each other every week, but what a game!
Honestly, if they played each other next week, I wouldn't moan. I'd probably enjoy it again.
I think it was a good second half.
The game there was some meaty tackles. How Rangers never had any yellow cards in the game. The only yellow card shown to a Rangers player was the one shown to Silva that was then rescinded. Celtic got 3 or 4. Like, that's the other. John Beaton could have got his cards out a lot more, and it would have been a different game if he did. He was relatively restrained with what he was booking folk for, which is a good thing. Sometimes you see those games get out of hand, and I don't think it was heated, but I don't think it was ever boiling over yesterday.
No.
Well, the end.
I think there was a few variables. The side of it I saw was that when Cantwell came on, I think Cal McGregor was trying to bam him off a wee bit. That's the side of the story I heard.
And then Cantwell flipped a bit.
Had a wee word with him at the end, which has obviously caused a bit of tension, so to speak.
Yes.
Would it be an Old Firm without handbags at the end?
No.
Exactly.
I was going to say I'm interested in the fact that Clement said that Lawrence was a better starter and Cantwell a better finisher of the game. I was interested in that as a point. I was also interested in Seema's performance. Seema, for me, changed the game when he came on.
Changed the game, absolutely.
He's been shy all season when I've seen him, but
was he not Rangers? Was he not one of Rangers' top scorers?
Yeah, still is.
I don't watch all Rangers, but I do see him. He seems kind of immense.
He's a really good player. I hope they're going to get him on the permanent, but I doubt it. He's also been out injured for a while.
Maybe that's what it is.
He has. Rangers would have won that game if they didn't have Cyril Dessers up front.
Yeah, he did get an assist though.
Did also have the ball in the back of the net. He was so close to scoring at the end. I don't think I would have been able to continue if that went in. I don't know.
I wouldn't have been here this week. I would have claimed I was busy.
It was. Oh no.
One thing I would say is Lundstrom looked kind of not himself.
I know, but then Lundstrom's hard because Lundstrom either puts in an absolute world-beat performance. He's absolutely class. He's very, very quiet. I think Sunday was one of his more quiet games. Although, if he gets the assist, he's the one that, or it might have been Cantwell actually. No, I think Cantwell passed something. Lundstrom gives it to Matondo.
He got the last assist.
Yeah, I was right.
You're Jonathan.
And then I think the last thing we'll say on the subject, as you said, Kyle, great game. Can we have it every week? Is what a hit from Robbie Matondo.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he even went for it.
The improvement in him since Clement arrived is it's unreal.
Yeah. His decision, it's just the decision making. I think that aspect he's really brought on him because he had the pace, and I think he had the initial idea, but it was the execution maybe more so than decision making. The execution that he's kind of stepped up on, and what a way to do it in the 92nd minute of Old Firm.
How much to bring him home in the summer?
Mm.
How much for Cardiff to buy him in the summer and bring him home?
I'm just going to say, can't see that happening. Like,
I think Rangers would get rid of him for a couple of million, to be honest.
would Cardiff pay a couple of million for him?
Can they afford a couple
Probably.
million for him?
Hmm?
Can they afford a couple million?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They've not been able to spend for the past few years, so yes.
No, I'm not saying it.
You can join former people, former Scottish football experienced players, Jack Alec and David Turnbull.
Forgot about that.
His subs won the changed the games. That's what I
Yeah.
want to say. So, give me that point earlier. I was quite proud of that. Yeah. Got to roll the wall above me.
I think that's where. Why have you just assaulted your table?
He was
No.
removing his post-it note of his points.
I battered the bottom of the table.
That was me after that first goal went in. Honestly. But anyway, what a
I mean,
game.
you were halfway out the window.
Some people were being close to being chucked out the window. I'm only joking.
If that was you, reply in the comments below. I want the gossip.
Nah,
Spill the
I
tea.
would actually, you know what? I was really well behaved up until about the middle of the second half. So
About 20 seconds in.
I did a lot better than last time.
Anything's easier. Anyway, shall we move on?
Yes, I'd missed out on the Scottish football chat last week, so yeah, I'm joining in this week. We're looking at the English leagues this time. Some talking points already. We'll start at the bottom.
Yes, League 2 sounds good for me.
Yes,
Yeah.
will we start at the bottom of League 2?
Why
Yeah,
not?
you go for it. I'll let you.
Great. Forest Green are a fake club. They don't have any fans. Get them down.
They're
Something like
vegan.
that.
They are vegan. I've still not gone. The advantage of them going down, Robert, me and you can go to Forest Green Southend next year because we can go from Cardiff.
Ideal.
Smash it. Get them relegated. That is the three packs opinion. We want Forest Green relegated.
Flip it. We might put that on the old X and see what they say.
See what the Forest Green
Yes.
fan has to say.
Yes, the all one.
The only one. That's just Bellerin because he owns them.
It would be great to see. I think with what coaches that have several games in hand on other people around there. I think that hopefully they'll get out of it because they're quite a big club.
3
I'd
go
like
down,
to
don't they?
2 from
Two.
League 2. I'd like to see Sutton or Salford go down. I'd like to see one of the fake clubs go down, to be honest. And
Get rid of Grimsby. Grimsby's miserable.
No, Grimsby's fine. Like Grimsby are a properly decent football club, though.
It's a good movie. It's a shite sounding place.
Yeah, but I just want rid of the clubs with no fans who are backed by money, aka Salford,
Newport.
Forest Green.
I don't know.
Newport have Newport have money now, Kyle. Yes, Newport have money now. The guy who used to own Swansea's bought them. Let's get them up the leagues like Swansea did.
I don't know. I was just trying to bam me up because they're Welsh.
Oh no, they actually have a little bit of money now. They were previously fan owned until middle of this season.
All yours is Salford just to bam up Gary Neville.
Exactly. Another kind of failed project to get a back row of team and it's not really going anywhere. Get them down.
Gary Neville's going to be crying when he hears you say that.
Talking of back row, can we move to the top of League 2?
No.
Go on then.
It would be such a fairy tale if Wrexham go up.
Would.
Saying that first season, they're 76 points. But they are bankrolled, so yeah.
But they were paying, in the National League, they were paying more wages than most of League 1.
They've got like ex-Premiership players.
Stephen Fletcher.
Benjamin Foster.
He retired.
That meant last season.
We're talking about this season.
But Greg said last season, sorry.
Yes, let's just get rid of Wrexham. Wrexham, like they are a fair bit big. Like MK John's going up again. No, just get rid of them.
Not my club. Wimbledon all the way. The Wombles we are.
Common our way.
I'm not saying anymore.
Right,
Keep
uncle.
going.
I don't think there's much else to say about League 2 really. The league looks basically like it's going to be 1 of Stockport, Wrexham, 3 of Stockport, Wrexham, MK Dons and Mansfield. Everyone else is probably too far back. The one that doesn't go up is probably going up to the playoffs.
How many goals was it? 3?
3.
2 automatically
No,
one playoff.
No, 4, sorry. 3 and 1 playoffs.
I always forget that. Why is it a different format?
No idea.
Why is it only League 2 as well against us?
Yeah, no idea.
It's weird.
smelly.
It is.
It's rather peculiar.
There's not a ton to say about that.
Yeah, the playoffs could be a
Really.
bit interesting because
They could, but with Mansfield on so many points, like with whoever finishes fourth, they're likely to finish considerably ahead of the others.
yeah, I want Morecambe to go up because of my favourite comedian Eric Morecambe.
I want Morecambe to stop just to piss off Derek Adams.
Is he still there? I don't know. Probably due back soon.
Yes, probably. League One.
I was trying to do a wee sly manoeuvre and get me up to the league quickly before you start chatting about it, and I somehow ended up in the Premier League. So
Yes, League One. Carlisle are down already, aren't they?
Yeah,
yes,
poor.
not quite the fairy tale they wanted.
Still League Two, man.
But
Oh.
let's be honest, the fairy tale we all expected.
Yeah,
I thought we got to do better than this, but
Hmm?
I thought we got to do a wee bit better.
I thought they were going to be, 4 go down. I thought they were going to be on the cusp, if not down.
They did beat Peterborough 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Fourth at home in Peterborough, which is quite good.
1 of 7 wins. Sorry,
Yeah.
6 wins they've got all season in 42 games.
But they did say their best player at Portsmouth, so
Oh, Moxon.
Yeah.
Notably a negative 36 goal difference.
Yeah, it's not been great for them, has it? And to be honest, given the kind of teams in League Two, I'm not sure that, like, if they go up again, I think it'll be through the playoffs.
it's still good trying to go up for a season, though.
I hope they get relegated so South see South End.
No, I hope they don't get relegated. I hope they stay in the Football League. I hope we get another Jimmy Glass moment to keep them in the
As they bring
Football
back
League.
Jimmy Glass,
Yes.
my hero.
Again, the
Got a lot of
others.
heroes.
Do I really care? Like, as a Scottish football fan, this is like English football fans when they look at Scottish football. This is us going, do we really care about any of the other teams? Not really.
Reading are quite low down for being ex-Premiership.
Deducted 15 points, though.
Get up them.
Started on minus 15. Yes, I would specifically like to say get it up, Reading Football Club, because on the way back from London this weekend, I decided to go to Costco in Reading for some petrol, and it took me an hour and a half thanks to Reading Football Club, which I didn't know was finishing at the time. So specifically, get it up, you Reading. I love Die Young.
I like football, but not Reading. Reading can fuck off.
Yes, that.
And there's it, Burnley.
Burnley of all teams.
Charlton, another ex-Premiership club down there as well.
Charlton.
About 100 years ago.
It was, but I still think it's relatively decent, which is quite sad. Top of the league, I mean, it's great to see Oxford there.
The Bulls.
Oxford and, yeah. Carry on.
Barnsley. I was just say Lincoln, they were National League, what, 6 years ago?
About the same time Charlton in the Premier League.
Oh, aye. No worries.
Nah. Did they not get to FA Cup 5th round quarter-final against Arsenal when they were still in the National League?
Because they beat Burnley at Burnley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Portsmouth doing well, I have to say.
Makes a
Portsmouth
change.
are doing really well. They've not lost a lot of games.
When you look, I know they've had obviously notably a lot more draws, but when you think that Derby have lost 10 games and they've only lost 4, but obviously the draws make up for it.
Yes.
Blackpool doing not bad, I suppose.
Bolton were
They're not too far off.
They fell off, but Blackpool I thought were doing a lot better than that. Clearly, I'm mistaken.
Yes,
They're not-
clearly I'm mistaken.
They're not incredibly far off, and you'll think that they're only 10 points. A few, you know what I mean? They're not.
They're 4
too
points
far.
off the playoffs, which isn't awful.
I was thinking
Again-
it was top 5 for some reason.
Derby, Bolton. Portsmouth are going to go up as champions. Derby at one of Derby under Bolton. It's interesting to see. It'd be nice to see Portsmouth back in the Championship again. I'm all for proper football clubs getting promoted, of which Portsmouth, Derby, and Bolton are all proper football clubs.
All ex-Premiership.
Yes, they feel bigger than League One. Oxford feel like a League One team.
Lincoln feel like a League Two team.
Do they?
I don't know.
I don't know. But, you know, some of those, like Portsmouth, Derby, Bolton, you'd expect to be in the Championship. Barnsley, I just associate with being a Championship League One yo-yo team.
Leighton Orient came quite far in the last few years. They were
They were in the
National.
National League not that long ago as well, yeah.
That's because they fell in some really difficult times.
Yes. Will we move on to the championship?
Oh, go on then.
Rotherham, bye.
Barry chuckle away. We've been away for a while, but
Yes, he has.
mid
Too
tall.
soon.
There is the bottom of the championship
gonna
is
say,
fantastic. As someone who has like a semi-interest in the championship, at the bottom
Or
of
semi.
it, I get a semi when I see Swansea are 5 points off the relegation zone.
And I'm right in saying it's 4 go down, isn't it?
No.
3. We've already had this
Oh.
discussion. If
Yes,
you
we have.
listened.
I don't listen, that's my issue.
I know, and most of what comes out of your mouth is shite and all.
That's why I interject. It's quite humorous to see Blackburn, QPR, and Stoke all the same form. 12,
Yeah,
10,
exactly
19.
the same.
That's quite giggle.
Here's a question for you. So there's what, 5 games left?
Yes.
At what point is someone safe? Like you'd say, like I think we could all say that Watford are not going down.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Is Stoke are Stoke close enough to get pulled into this? I would say probably.
There's only 3 points, so yeah.
Are Swansea out of it? I would again say I would say Swansea are out of it based on the number of teams that would have to not pick up points.
Depends on the fixtures, I think.
Swansea, I think, are far too I think they're too far away. There's too many teams in the way. Plymouth could be saved by that goal difference. Like that goal difference is worth an extra point at this stage.
Yeah, but if Millwall win and they lose, then it's all in vain. As Carly Simon once sang.
No, she didn't. She sang, "You're so vain."
Still vain. Don't
Right,
just give me that look.
Relax. Right.
That was
keep
Frankie
going.
Goes to Hollywood, I think you'll find.
I'll blind you.
I'm already blind, it won't work.
Well, maybe you fucking see better.
Yeah, it would be disappointing again. Like, there's a lot of big clubs at that end of that league, like Blackburn, QPR, Stoke, Millwall, Birmingham, Sheffield Wednesday, like Huddersfield. There's a lot of massive clubs who could end up in League One. The
Rotherham,
championship isn't big
Christ.
enough. Oh yes, that famous yo-yo team.
Ah, but you got teams at the top like Cardiff and Preston. They're not very big teams. They should
I would
be
like
in
to
the-
say that Cardiff are not at the top. Cardiff are
No.
firmly mid-table.
Well, on top of my screenshot, they're in the top 11, so that's enough for me.
Yeah, because they're in 11th.
Yes.
I thought we're 9th.
Anyway,
Leicester pulling away from the pack. I've been, well, not really. It was only a point, really, but I thought it was more than that. I have to say that
it was more than that. It was more than that not that long ago, and Leicester have gone on a shite run, and now it's anyone's game. Leeds lost at the weekend, thanks to us, because we all predicted that Leeds were going to beat Coventry. And Leeds lost the first game of their calendar year. So you're welcome, Leeds.
That's what I was about to say. I've had some feedback that we're all arseholes for picking. Oh, sorry, whoever did the predictions is for picking Leeds.
That was Kyle.
I'll give you my email address. Just link it there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Ipswich lost again, did they not?
Ipswich won, did they not?
Oh my god, I'm having an absolute howler this week.
They were quite far in front. They've kind of threw it away now, didn't they? Yes, no, maybe.
They threw it away when they played Cardiff, I know that.
Was Southampton not quite far in front as well, and they threw it away.
No, Southampton were never that far. Again, I think it's probably Leicester, Ipswich and Leeds that go up. It'll be
No,
really
I was right.
interesting. Did they lose at the weekend?
Norwich beat them 1-0.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's all about
Robert.
Cardiff.
I did get something right.
Yeah, apologies.
That's all right. I said that Leicester were pulling away from the pack. I didn't even look at the table when I said it.
Leicester obviously have a game in hand, so they perhaps could be a little bit further away. I think it will be those 3 teams that end up going up, especially if Leeds are in the playoffs. If Ipswich go in the playoffs, do they go up? I don't know. Leicester, again, after being there all season, end up in the playoffs. Do they have it? What it takes to go up? It'll be really interesting. That was the end of that. It sounded like the middle of the sentence. That was the end of the sentence.
You set that up as if you were going to make the biggest point ever.
Something that is interesting. The whole top 11 have games in hand, and I think they'll play each other. I can't see 12th, 13th, 14th, but I think they'll play each other in their games in hand.
The whole top 11.
That's what my screenshot was. The ones with games in hand play each other in games in hand, I think.
Yes, because everyone else is in 41 games, you're correct.
Yes! Yeah!
Largely due to FA Cup runs by people. Leicester went on a cup run, Coventry went on a cup run.
I'm sure still on a cup run.
They are.
Kick it out.
That could impact Coventry. They, having to play several games in hand might make it difficult to sustain that playoff push. Again, Cardiff are out of the playoff push. Cardiff are just sitting in limbo now.
They were never in there, were they?
They were at one stage. They were there for about a week, and then Swansea beat them, and that was it.
First week of the season.
Relax.
Don't do it.
Moving on. Let's go.
Premier League.
Aye.
Have these been updated already? Have Everton lost their points? Because that is the other news this week. Everton have been deducted another 2 points, and I'm going to try and wipe the grin off my face when I say that. It's not working.
And they're still staying up.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Must be, because my maths suggests. Yeah, must be updated.
Good.
I would assume so. Yeah, it'll be an interesting end to the season. I think, notably, Sheffield United have a game in hand on Burnley.
Don't think it matters at this stage. I think they're both down, aren't they?
Yeah.
They have been for the majority of the season.
I think Sheffield United's minus 52 would cause some problems.
I missed that. Yes, that might cause problems.
And the 35 is not much better, but
They tried their best.
they're 3 wins.
Yes.
They did also draw with Chelsea at the weekend there, so.
They did, but that's not once the feat it once was, is it?
Yeah, they're not in the screenshot, which is top 10. Bottom 10, sorry, so that's alright.
That is true. Maybe Poch has finally started to sort his shit out. Again, the question is, like, who's out of this? The bottom 2 are gone.
I think Man City are out of this.
Robert, who do you think's out of this? Where do you think the point stops? Like, again,
Me. I'm out here. That's it. That's why I didn't turn up last week. I'll give you another chance, and this is what he's done.
is it fair to suggest that Palace are?
I think it's weird
Probably.
feeling that I think Luton hang on. I think Forest go down.
Forest have obviously been deducted points as well. Forest and Everton have both been deducted points. Both have said they're going to appeal the rulings. So it means that teams are in a really weird situation at the moment where you've got to play games and not know how many points you need to stay up.
Surely just do it at the start of the season, but I suppose it depends when the
You have to apply it
sanctions
for
are
next
applied,
season, and then it doesn't work. It has to be now.
Suppose. But you get my theory.
Yeah, I get the theory. I just don't think it works in practice.
I would say you're right, but I think Palace is safe. But I think that's where your cut-off is.
Brentford?
I think they've got Tony back.
They've got enough. They've got enough to keep them up. I think Everton are probably staying up as well. I actually think Robert. I think it's one of Forest or Luton.
I think I've just got a feeling it's going to be Forest, but we'll see.
It's more likely Brentford with their Everton's game in hand, but
yeah.
So I think Brentford are safe.
The question is, do you see Luton get 4 more points than Brentford before the end of the season? And the answer is not really.
Excuse me. I think Luton have shown they can hang with the big boys, so I think they'll be all right.
Hopefully. It'd be nice to keep them in the league for another season.
Then
anyway,
send them packing.
Shall we talk about the big question, which is, can Newcastle United make it into Europe?
Hope not.
The answer is definitely yes.
That would ruin my life.
Newcastle actually, if I'm going to ignore that. If I am correct, Newcastle's fixtures aren't awful. They've got Tottenham at home, and then they've got pretty much the highest placed team after that is Brighton. After that, they've got Palace, Sheffield United, Burnley, and Brentford.
I might add, Brighton did beat them 3-0 or something.
Yeah, they did, but they've also got Crystal Palace, Sheffield United, who they put many past. So
9?
many that I forgot what the number was.
It was 9.
8?
8 or 9.
Sheffield United, Burnley, who are shit, and Brentford on the last day.
Well, I'll clip that Burnley one when they beat them.
It doesn't stop them being shit.
It does.
I don't think it does. This is what happens when people go, oh, Newcastle on a terrible run, when actually they've just played really good teams.
Got players in front of them.
Yeah, and now they've got a chance towards the end of the season to pick up some results when those players come back from injury. It's looking up for Newcastle, I would say. The other teams in that picture, like West Ham, Man United, grand, it's going to be, depends, because the chances are people, if an English team wins all three competitions, is it the top 8 that get in Europe or the top 7?
I'm actually unsure.
So obviously there's a chance that Man City win the Champions League, Liverpool win the Europa League, and Villa win the Conference League. I would say a very realistic chance as well, actually. I don't think that's far-fetched at all. Are they the favourites? I reckon they're the favourites for every competition.
Yeah.
Probably just Man City is the only one that's a doubt.
Clip that. Liverpool fan says Liverpool are dead certain to win the Europa League. Clip that.
Well, who else is going to win it?
Not Rangers.
Liverpool are the favourites. Odds-on favourites. Bayer Leverkusen and AC Milan after that. Champions League, Man City, then Arsenal.
I don't know who's in the Champions League.
Conference League, Aston Villa, then Fiorentina.
I'm just going to be like the bookies picking up English teams to get more moolah.
I'm not sure it is. I'm pretty they're the ones you'd pick as the favourites. That's good for the Premier League in terms of number of teams getting into Europe. We spoke about the title race to death. Are you still confident it'll be Liverpool, Kyle?
Yes.
I am also still fairly confident it'll be Liverpool. It would have been nice if they could have won against Man United yesterday. It would have gave them a wee chance to extend their lead a wee bit, but not to be.
Need to get rid of this goal difference, this 9 goal difference deficit.
Yes, but I think we said, was it Arsenal? We still had some tough fixtures to play, so it was okay.
I've seen the running that many times. I've kind of mind who's playing who.
I'll check that. I'm pretty sure it's Arsenal who I said. Yeah, Arsenal starts to play Tottenham and Man United and Chelsea.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're difficult fixtures.
Man City have to play no one in the top half apart from Brighton.
Great.
Check Wolves aren't in the top half.
11th.
Halfway there.
And Liverpool have to play Spurs and Villa are the only teams that have to play the top half.
I'm trying to hibernate for the next 6 weeks.
So Arsenal have the worst run in. Man City have the best run in.
It's going to be interesting.
I'm not picking because it goes to the same.
I'm still going Liverpool.
I'm still going to stick with Arsenal.
I'd be happy if Arsenal won it. Well, happy or there's something new. I'm sick of Man City winning it all the time.
Well, they might eventually finish the investigation into these charges, and they might not be in the Premier League. You never know.
And that's all like playing them because we always tend to play all right.
Yeah.
I was just going to say it's just shite them winning the league all the time.
Yeah. Talking of things that are shite because people keep winning them all the time, let's move on to the game. By the category and transfer game governing bodies, and therefore Kyle's streak will continue, but not have one added to it, and the next face-off will continue to be me versus Kyle. Thank you very much for listening. So, talking of things that people win all the time, let's do predictions. I know I said game, but there was some drama, and now we're not releasing the footage, and now Kyle's furious because his streak's over.
No, it's not. Didn't play, so it's still 4-0 over the fuck on.
It was ruled out for reasons that won't get brought up right now, so the streak does continue after.
I will be taking this to the Court for Arbitration for Sport and arguing that null and void means end of streak. Streak means one every week. If not played, Kyle had a waterlogged pitch. It's Kyle's fault. The game should be resulted in my favour.
Your tears waterlogged it.
Talking of things that Kyle has tears for, predictions. Last week, Robert managed to get a goose egg. Kyle got a solitary 1 point for predicting that the Old Firm would be a draw, and I got 3. That takes the overall scores to Kyle on 76, Robert on 83, and me on 94. It's my turn to play the game. Play the game?
Sorry.
Craig's taking the ball away. We're not allowed to play.
Yes, my turn to pick the games this week. First one, Premiership, Motherwell versus Hibs. 2 wins in a row for Motherwell, bringing them into the top 6 contention, but it is not in their hands. They face a Hibs side 1 place and 2 points above them, and who are unbeaten in 3.
Draw for me.
Motherwell.
Hibs. Championship, Queen's Park versus Inverness, 8th face 9th with only a point between them. But Queen's Park are unbeaten in 3 games. Inverness have the joint most draws in the league, but have won only one of their last 5 games.
Draw.
I'm also going draw.
I can't remember who the second team was, but
Inverness,
that was who was the first team then?
Queen's Park.
I still got to draw anyway. Because you don't put them on the screen, we have to send ours in and you just do yours on your own.
Well, that's a shame. League
Null and
One,
void.
Kelty Hearts versus Stirling Albion. Kelty's win over Queens drags them further away from the playoff. It can become almost mathematically safe with a win against Stirling, who have won only one of their last 5 games. Kelty for me.
Kelty.
Draw.
Kyle's predicted 2 draws so far. So Robert. League 2, East Fife versus Bonnyrigg. East Fife with an outside chance of the playoffs with Spartan slip. East Fife have not lost in their last 9 games. Bonnyrigg have not won in 10 games since before they played Aberdeen in the Cup. They are now in a group of 3 teams at the bottom, separated by only 1 point. Kyle's suddenly in the blitz.
Yeah, sorry. Things turned off. There you go, sorry.
And grainy. East Fife for me,
East Fife.
because he doesn't know what the other team is.
×3.
Dumbarton.
Pater, Serie A, Torino versus Juventus, the Turin derby. Juventus are 3rd, but without a win in 4 games. Torino are 9th, but unbeaten in 4 games.
Juve.
Draw.
Oh, Juventus.
Are we keeping you up? Championship, Sheffield Wednesday versus Stoke City. Going over the championship in detail. 4 without a win for Wednesday leaves them 2nd bottom. They can pull themselves out of the bottom 3 with a win against Stoke, who have lost only one of their last 5 and are 4 points and 5 places better off. I'm going for a Stoke win. We're keeping you up and up.
Stoke on Trent. No, I was just going to my voice.
I think the Potters.
Lovely. That's the end of predictions for this week.
Thanks, Gregory. We'll move on to our next segment, which is an FPL update.
That
What
Kyle looks so ready for.
do you mean? I'm always ready. I'm ready for everything.
He's just pissed off his streak's over.
It's not over.
Yes, it is.
I'll take this to an independent panel. What do you call them?
The independent panel will rule that I won the most recent round of the category games, therefore I'm the winner.
I also didn't play it, so.
Don't know about
Anyway,
that. I think I've won that argument.
I don't think I'll ever win.
Predictions, mate.
Shut up. FPL is more important.
You're not winning that either.
Don't really give a fuck. At the bottom is Scott Miller. So
Unlucky, so
commiserations. 15th, as per always, is we can tell Mr. Adams. Then scroll 6th place. This guy.
Thought you were winning it, Kyle.
Before we go into the top 4, I want to say what a car crash of a season that's turned out for Cyril Brendan Dupe, who's dropped to 8th.
Lucky Cyril.
Maybe he just isn't checking his team. Maybe he's gave up.
I don't check my team either, so it's fine. I know the
We can
feeling.
tell you're 15th.
I know, I don't care.
Matoma, who's actually dead, is in your team. Sorry.
Aye, him.
Matoma for Brighton, aye. Him. Anyway, we're 6, me. Yeah, because I'm amazing. Top 3 is Nathan
Nope.
Stewart.
Nope.
Well
He's just pissed off because his streak's over.
In 4th place is Greg.
Thank
Which doesn't. Well done. You've got no medal.
Well
Kyle-
done, you've got no streak.
Kyle Pagan. Well done, Kyle. Good work. Keep it up. Fair chuff for you. Chuffed to bits. And then number 1 is Darren Whitfield, who's doing what he does best,
He's cruising at the top.
causing tears.
Nearly 100 points ahead.
Kyle Pagan's tears, I've heard.
Oh, well, that's all there is for that.
And that's all there is for this week's episode. So thank you very much for tuning in. All usual, give it a like, give us a subscribe if you haven't already. But most importantly, thank you for listening. See you later.
End of the
Godspeed.
streak. See you later.